Nice. Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Well, my name is Andrea. Welcome to the coffee tour El Diamante. I want to know your names. What are your names?
My name is Greg.
Greg.
I'm Allie.
Excuse me?
Allie.
Ellie. Okay, nice to meet you guys. And welcome to the coffee tour El Diamante. The word diamante means diamond in English. And it's because, well, we are a co-op, we are a cooperative, and we have different services. But the most important, the essential of this co-op is the coffee. And we consider the coffee our diamond. And that's why the name.
Oh, that's clever.
Well, this is our location, the little house there in the map. That's our location. It is Atenas from Alajuela province. And in this region of the country, we have some volcanoes around it. Well, today is a little cloudy, so we cannot appreciate very well the volcano. But those mountains over there are the volcanoes. That's Poas volcano and Barba volcano. And be very near of those volcanoes means that the soil is very fertile to plant different kind of things. So here we take advantage of that and we produce coffee. So now we are gonna start in the coffee farm, and then we're gonna finish in the milling plant, in the place where we process all the coffee that produce the different coffee producers in this region. So go ahead.
You gonna leave the umbrella here?
See.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a coffee plant, guys?
A while ago, nobody's ever explained them to us. We've seen them, yes.
Great. Well, here in this coffee farm, we have two species of coffee. Around the world, there are 3 species of coffee. That's Arabica, Liberica from Liberia in Africa, and Robusta. But actually here in Costa Rica, we just can produce Arabica coffee because it's the best quality coffee around the world. And Costa Rica is a very small country, so we need to compete with quality, no quantity. That kind of coffee produce a lot of coffee beans, but are not the same quality. We have that coffee just to compare the production and to investigate different kind of things, but we cannot sell that kind of coffee. It is just to show, see how it grows. And the way how we pick coffee is in this way. We pick just the red coffee beans. Well, in those plants, all of them are green, so they are not ready to pick. But we just pick the red coffee beans by hands because we are producing quality. That's the idea. One basket of those are around 13 kilos, are like 12.7 pounds. Kilos, like 27 pounds, something like that. Okay, so let's do the next step. If you have any questions, just ask.
Okay.
Squirrel there. Is it?
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. There's always something alive somewhere, everywhere you look here. It's amazing.
Where's that?
There's a squirrel.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't understand what she said. I didn't hear what she said.
How long have you worked here?
I have 1 year and 6 months working here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you must know the place very well.
Yes, I really like my job. Well, guys, here we have an illustration to understand better the parts of a coffee bean. First, we have the pulp, that is like the red skin of the coffee. Well, in those cases, it is green yet, but then it turns red. Then we have the slime, that is like the sugar that is inside the cherry. Then we have the parchment, that is like a shell that covers the final product. the coffee bean. Actually, this is what we drink. What we drink. Eh, Actually, at the time to process the coffee, one basket of those are gonna get just 5 kilos of coffee green. I mean, of coffee to roast.
Oh, okay.
From 12 or 14, 13, just to 5 kilos. Because we need to remove all of those parts and
Just get to the good stuff, right?
exactly. Well, here I want to show you the way how we plant coffee. First, we use soil. This is just soil from the area. Then we mix it with rice husk, that is like the shell that cover the rice, and compost. We mix these 3 elements here, and then we put it here in a species of tube like this. This little germinate plant is 45 days old, and well, I don't know if you know guys, but here in Costa Rica we don't have army. We are a peaceful country, and we call to this germinate plant soldiers because they look like soldiers with helmets. So this is our Costa Rican army. Okay, 2 months later, I mean, when the plant is like 4 months old, we are gonna see those butterflies. They look like butterflies with the wings, right? But actually these leaves are not real leaves. They just give nutrients to the little plant, and when they grow, they start losing those leaves.
Oh.
Those are the real leaves of the plants of the coffee. These plants are 6 months old, and when the plant is 1 year old, we replant the coffee in the ground, and we need to wait 2 years more to pick the first coffee beans.
Wow, it takes a long time.
Yes, but something really interesting is that one coffee plant can live until 100 years. They live a lot, but produce quality coffee beans just during the first 25 years. So the production of coffee is during a really long time.
That is. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah,
That's interesting, right?
it is.
It is.
I guess in those plants there are some red coffee beans to see. This is chili pepper, and actually this is a way to repellent the insects.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because the insects don't like the chili peppers?
Exactly, but they love the coffee.
Oh, so you need to
it is
keep
a
them
way
away.
Exactly. Those are red coffee beans. Some of them.
Oh yeah, here's some red ones.
If I push one coffee bean, we can discover that each berry has 2 seeds like this. And it has a very sweet cap of sugar inside. If you want to try, you can do it. Let me help you. I
I
guess.
don't want it to
Oh,
fall.
Oh.
No, I almost...
take one of those if you want.
And to eat it?
No, just put it in your mouth and feel
Oh,
the
it's very
sugar.
Oh,
sweet.
that is very, very sweet. Holy moly.
But not chew.
No, but not too sweet. It's not like a candy, but
That's really good though.
yes, it's nice. Then you
I
can
can
put
just
it.
put it.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll grow.
Yeah, you have another plant.
Maybe you're planting a new coffee.
That'll be the alley plant.
a new tree coffee. Okay, guys, here in this coffee farm, we are promoting the sustainability. Because, well, the co-op has different responsibilities with the members, and one of them is teach how to produce coffee in a sustainable way. And that's why we have this model of coffee farm the name is shade coffee plantation because all the coffee is growing below the shade of the trees. And it has different reasons. One of the most important is because all of those trees produce flowers and most of them produce fruits. So the insects that attack the coffee prefer to eat the flowers and fruits in the trees and they don't go directly to the coffee beans. So it is a way to reduce the use of chemicals.
All right. Nice. That's smart.
Another reason is because the production of coffee in this region is from November to February. That's it. We just have one production per year. So the idea is produce more than just coffee in the coffee farms. Because if a coffee producer can sell oranges, tangerines, avocados, mangoes, and other products in the market.
Right, that's great. What's that gentleman planting there?
New coffee plants.
Wow, new coffee plants. Wow,
Yes,
that's
exactly.
terrific. He's going to plant those and then they can be there 100 years.
Yeah, yes,
Yes,
two
but
years.
25.
2
No,
years.
Okay, now the plants are 1 year old, right?
Okay.
They are gonna produce the first coffee beans
In 2
2 years
years.
more, exactly. And then they're gonna live like 25, well, between 25 years, 30 years. And then we cut it because
Oh.
the coffee don't produce the same quantity of coffee that we need.
Right. I understand. That makes
The
sense.
plant can live until 100 years, but don't
Not here it
produce-
can't.
Yeah, but don't produce the same coffee.
Right. Dynamite. That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have your walking sticks, Yubi?
I do right here.
What kind of a plant is this?
I never. It's like a black-eyed Susan, but it's red. The
Which
flower.
one? The flower?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes, it's really nice. Really, really nice. I really like it.
And we see these all the time, but what's the name of this plant?
Actually, I don't know. I guess it is something like crotos. Well, here we call a very similar plant like those, crotos. But I don't totally sure if the name of this exactly plant is crotos too.
Oh, okay.
I love the color.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
beautiful.
it's very nice.
Boy, I'd like to have one of those in Arizona, but it probably won't grow there.
Probably not.
Are you from Arizona? Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
It's very hot
Yes, it is.
and very dry. No humidity like
It's
Seco?
like a desert,
Yes,
right?
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
It is a desert.
Yeah.
Those are plantains.
Oh, okay.
Well, the plantains plant. Plantains tree.
Looks like they've all been harvested, right?
Yeah.
And then fried and delicious.
Yes.
We love
Oh,
fried
me too.
plantains. Oh
Me
my
too.
gosh.
I really like it. And then bananas.
Oh,
They are-
yeah.
are so good. Well, for this way, we are gonna see the lagoon treatment system that has the cool-up, and then we're coming back for this another way to see the milling plant, the way how we process the coffee.
I've never seen that.
No.
Guys, another reason why we have trees here in the coffee plant is because we plant those trees. The name is poro, or coral is a English name, and they have a lot of nutrients in the roots. So they work as a natural fertilizer of the coffee because they have a really good relationship with the coffee because they don't have a very big shade. So, and the coffee needs sun, of course, and also the roots has a lot of nutrients. So all the coffee that is growing around it can grow very well.
Oh, wow.
So you don't have to use like the fertilizer.
Well,
or some.
we need to use it actually. We are not organic, but we try to reduce the chemicals. That's the idea.
Right.
Reduce all we can. Actually, it's very difficult to produce organic coffee in Costa Rica. Well, in the world, I guess. But uh, here is very difficult in Latin American countries because the coffee is not an original plant from these regions.
Oh, it was brought in?
Exactly, we introduced the coffee like 200 years ago with the Spains and all of those things. The coffee, do you know where the coffee is originally?
No, where is
No.
coffee from originally?
It is from Africa. The three different species of coffee are from Africa, and Arabica species, that's the most important species of coffee here, is from Ethiopia.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Did not know that.
yes. It is all the coffee is from Africa, and I really like to call the coffee immigrants with rights.
Oh.
Because well, they are our immigrants. They are nor nor native
Right.
from our country, but they have a lot of rights here. They are part of our history, our culture, our economy, our landscapes. It is very important for us as a country.
And what's Costa Rica's biggest exports?
Coffee is one of the most important, but nowadays pineapples are the biggest
Really?
exporter. Yeah. Pineapple, and also we export ornamental plants like those, like crotos.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful.
We need to find out if we can grow that in Arizona. I'd love to have some of that around.
That would be amazing, yeah. You can export one right to our house.
I guess. Guys, do you know the teak wood?
Oh, teak. Yes.
Those are teak trees here.
Oh, wow. Look at the size of those leaves.
Yes. Let me show you something interesting about the leaves. Oh, those are the young leaves of the tree. And also the wood is so important because it is very good wood, but also the leaves of the tree are natural colorants. Look at this. Can you help me with a little water, please?
I haven't opened mine yet, so.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Good. Oh, it's red.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
This is how it looks like.
Wow.
Totally red.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And what did they use that for?
Well, the teak also is not originally from Costa Rica. It is from Asia, from the tropical countries in Asia. And the people there use it for clothes.
Wow, for
clothes?
clothes.
Yes,
Wow.
for
the dyeing the clothes.
Exactly.
Oh,
Dyeing
okay.
the clothes, exactly.
Wow. That's very cool.
Yes.
They look like some of the leaves that they put under food here. Do they do that here in the restaurants? Use these
Bamboo
Not-
leaves
I
and
don't
stuff.
know.
No, but I guess they wouldn't use these because then everything would turn red. Like if you
That's true.
if you dripped
Yeah,
anything on
that's
it,
True.
you get it on you get it on your
Did you
clothes.
say bamboo leaves they were? Is that what you said just now?
Yeah, don't they use bamboo
I
leaves
don't know.
and
That's
palm
what
tree?
I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know it's rainy season now. Has it been dry this year, or is this normal?
No, well, it's because during the rainy season, in the mornings is drying. Well, most of the time. Sometimes it's raining in the mornings, but most of the time during mornings is dry, and then in the afternoon and night is when rain.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to wash my hands there.
Yes, get all that red off of you.
Yes.
Remember that when we were staying at the house, it would rain about 2 o'clock every day.
Oh, that's
Remember?
true. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
This is a small plantation.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes for a great tour.
can you feel the smell?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a bacteria. That smell is produced by a bacteria that cleans the water that is in this lagoon.
Oh, wow.
Okay, all the water that we use in the milling plant, then we are going to understand better in the different parts where we need to use water. Come by some tubes, like those. Those are the tubes. And the water going to some tanks that are in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And in these tanks, we separate liquid and solid. When we have just the water, all the water going to a first tank that regulates the color, the pH, and the temperature of the water. When all the water has the same conditions, the water comes to this first lagoon, and here we apply in a bacteria that start eating the extra pH that is in the water, all the acidity in the water. When when the water pass in this lagoon for 2 weeks, then the water is going to the second lagoon, and there different government institutions come, take samples of the water, taste the water, and if the water is totally clean, so we throw the water in the river. We use one part of the coffee here for irrigation in the coffee farm, but also we threw most of the water in the river.
Wow.
Why do they have to clean it before they put it in the river?
Because the water has a very elevated pH. How can I explain you? Well, the water has a lot of pH.
That's a lot of acid then, right?
It's because there in the milling plant we use the water to clean the coffee and to make different things with the coffee, and the coffee is very acidity, so the pH of the water is too high. So here we regulate the levels of the pH.
Right.
And this,
But do they require that you do that before you can dump it in the river? Is that a government thing?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. It is a government regulation.
Right.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this way all the little fish and the plants and stuff are all happy. Yeah.
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 Happy plants and fish. Yes.
Well, now it's so hot, so we cannot appreciate some different animals that are around this lagoon. Well, there are some, maybe you can see it, there are some dogs. But well, here in this lagoon, we can see dogs, turtles, frogs, iguanas, lizards, a lot of kind of birds. And actually they are bioindicators that say that the water is clean. Maybe not for human life, but they are like a tool that we use to say that the water is clean.
Because otherwise they wouldn't be drinking it.
Exactly, and they live here.
Right.
The animals live here,
That's awesome.
are living here. Exactly.
Great.
Okay, so let's go back.
How big is this plantation? How big is this?
Okay, the coffee farm and the milling plant are 6 hectares. There are like 7. I forget well, I forget the conversion
Yeah, to
For
acres. Yeah.
for acres.
Can't remember.
Is it 5 acres per hectare?
No, it's probably got a fraction in it.
Oh,
but
probably.
Yeah, I
guess
don't
it's
remember.
2.1.
That-
2.1.
Oh, 2.1
I
acres
guess,
per
I
hectare?
guess, but I don't totally sure.
There's-
per hectare.
There's not going to be a test, so don't worry.
I can get out my phone and ask. I'll ask
Yeah.
Google.
Let me check.
Yeah, we'll all learn something. We're learning all kinds of things today.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
And one of the things we've learned during this trip is that we need to practice our Spanish more.
Yes. I guess it's 12.6
Acres
to a
acres.
hectare.
Exactly.
per hectare.
No.
Oh, this place
this
is
place-
12.6.
oh,
Oh,
exactly.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acres. Uh-huh.
Okay.
6 hectares. 12.6.
Oh, so she's right.
Oh,
about
so you double it,
2.2,
yeah.
Just about 2.2.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
so
guess.
you
You
knew.
were right.
Yeah.
2.1, 2.2, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's just to have an idea because I'm not really sure. It's because here we use more hectares
Right.
than
Acres.
acres. Exactly.
We don't even know what hectares are in the United States. We only know the word.
I guess it's because United States is much bigger than Costa Rica.
Much.
Much.
Was Costa Rica the size of Rhode Island?
It's the size of North Carolina.
I was
Yeah.
kind of kidding.
Yeah.
about
Have you
that,
been
but-
to the United States yet?
No.
Oh boy,
I've
did.
never. But I really want to know. I want to know San Francisco.
It's beautiful.
Yes, I want to know Colorado. Arizona. I want to know the desert. Actually, that's one of my dreams, knowing the desert.
And how about Route
California.
66?
The roots?
Do you know Route 66?
No, I don't know.
Oh, it's
The
a
famous highway in the United States.
Oh, really?
yes. Yeah,
What is about it?
it is one of the. I think it's one of the oldest highways that opened up the West,
When
so that everyone could keep traveling easier.
It
So
was-
it's very cool.
it was the main highway west.
Yes.
Sounds really
Like in the
good.
30s, I think it started.
Oh, I think you're right. And they made songs about it and stuff.
It
And-
kicks on Route 66.
Yeah, and we'll show you. We'll write it all down for you, and you can go on. You're on Facebook, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I created a 14-foot tall tiki head called Giganticus headicus that's on Route 66.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll write it all down for you, so then you can like look it up.
I want to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Route 66 is really interesting.
Yes, I want to look at it.
Yes.
Then when I finish this tour, I go into my Facebook.
Oh, good.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things all over the world. It's very important to travel, even in your own state or your own country.
Yeah, I'm totally agree. It's really important. Go out and see the world.
That's right.
Yes. When we go out and see the world, we can understand life.
That's right.
Well, guys, here we have the greenhouse. This is the place where we germinate the plants. There we have the butterflies and the soldiers, and that's how they look like. Also, we are using the same elements that I showed you at the beginning, but also we are mixing those elements with this sand. This sand is from the rivers, so they have a lot of nutrients, but also at the time to take out the plant, it's easier, and that's why we use this kind of.
Oh, so it's easier to take the plant out when you have the
Exactly.
sand. I see.
Exactly. So where are you coming from? From where?
Kingman, Arizona.
No, yeah, but
Oh, right now,
here,
Barron's Resort.
Barons. Ah, you were staying here in Atenas.
Yeah,
Ah,
yes,
okay,
I see.
okay, okay.
Yeah, we love this town.
Ah, great. Yes, it's nice. It's really nice.
Do you live here in Atenas?
Yes, I live like from 1 kilometer from here.
Oh, so it's close, so you can
Yes,
walk.
I come walking or in my bike.
That's perfect.
Yes.
And have you lived here your whole life?
Yeah, actually, my grandfather was one of the founders of this club.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow, you must be very proud.
Yes, yes, I'm totally sure.
That's great, and he'd love that you were working here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, I am so proud of him, and I know he's proud of me too.
I'm sure. That's wonderful. Passing on the tradition of the
Yes.
love and passion.
So is the coffee what do you call this? A plantation?
Yeah.
See, is your family owns it?
No, the co-op has different members.
Oh, because it's a co-op now.
Yes, exactly. It is 1,300 members.
Wow.
Nice.
All of those members has their own coffee farms, the properties, their private properties, and they produce coffee there. Then they take their coffee here in the milling plant, and here's where we process that coffee.
Okay.
It's because to process coffee is very expensive because we need to use different kind of machines, and those machines are very expensive. That's why it's very difficult process the coffee in a, how can I say it, like in a craft way in their house and in their properties.
Right.
So most of the coffee producers pick their coffee and they sell their coffee to the co-op.
That's smart because it's a very specialized type of machinery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, here we have 3 different certifications that has the co-op. The first one is ISO 4001. ISO means International Organization for Standardization, and it is that means that we are working in an eco-friendly way, and we are following some different steps to be eco-friendly and be responsible with the environment. Then we have the fair trade. Fair trade is the social part of the co-op, and that means that all the people who is involved with the cooperatives is receiving a fair trade, fair salaries, fair prices for the products, fair trades with the customers. Everybody is winning.
What lives in there?
I guess it is like maybe a iguana or maybe a rabbit. I'm not totally sure, but
We don't want to find out.
Looks
Reach
like
your
a-
arm in there and find out.
Looks like a tortoise though.
Oh, does it?
turtles?
Tortoise.
Yeah, tortuga?
Turtle.
Yeah, like a turtle.
Yeah.
Tortuga?
Tortuga. Yeah, maybe there are some turtles around here. And there are some tortugas. And then we have coffee practices by Starbucks. Starbucks is one of our most important customers. We sell to them a lot of our coffee. And the letters cafe means coffee and farmers equity. Actually, it is like a species of agreement that has the co-op with Starbucks. So they teach us how to produce